Welcome to Beauty Talk. We have Dahae, who is the beauty buyer from Lotte. So first of all, I want to ask you, what are the criteria when you select beauty brands for Lotte?
I could say there is two criteria for selecting beauty brands. The first one is transparency. Korean customers take transparency very seriously. There is even app for looking for formulas for each products and brands. And to retailer like us, transparency is very important because if a brand lies about the formula, it is risk for brand and as well as it's a huge risk for retailer like us. Secondly, second criteria is that we always try to take new and fresh contents to Korean market. So we are always trying to take the first and new brands to our department store for the first time. So yeah, that would be two criteria.
It's actually very interesting that you guys would consider new brands more because a lot of the shopping malls, they might prefer brands with a lot more establishments. So that's actually very advanced of you guys. I was just wondering because obviously Korea has so many beauty brands, and I was wondering if there's mix or like a preferred mix of Korean and international brands at Lotte.
I could say that in case of skincare brand, Korean people tends to trust more domestic skincare brand because there are a lot of skincare brands that has Korean heritage, and we have huge process that makes cosmetic brands. But on the other hand, even if Korean beauty market is very huge, clean beauty market is only 1% of total beauty market. So in case of body or fragrance and clean beauty, Koreans tend to trust more in international beauty brands.
Oh, that's very interesting. So that means that when they're looking for cleaner products, they actually believe European products are a bit more trustworthy.
You could say that.
Yeah. But whereas if they're looking for skincare products, I mean, maybe related to heritage or culture, they prefer Korean brands. And that actually leads great to my next question. Is obviously there's a lot of talk about clean beauty products. And you mentioned as well that there's not a lot locally. Is that now an important criteria when you're picking brands?
Yes, it is, because before COVID-19, clean beauty brands were relatively not preferred because there were not a lot of brands. But since we put the mask on for over 3 years, people take cleaner formula very important, and it is growing very fast. And that's why we are running a select beauty shop to take international brands to Korea for the first time to Korean customers.
Oh, I see. So after COVID-19, obviously, I think a lot of things change. One of the big things, like you said, is cleaner skincare. And apart from that, do you notice a change in behavior for consumers?
Korean beauty market was traditionally very conservative. So some people would say that men wearing makeup would be not a common thing. But after COVID-19 is becoming more and more common trends among cosmetic market. So we try to take more brands and collaborate with even with barbershop to show new male content in cosmetic market.
So actually, I think that's a very, very good point because traditionally beauty products and even skincare is for women. And one of the interviewees before as well mentioned now men are actually caring more about their appearances and not just from a pure makeup perspective, but also how their skin and hair look. So is there any shift in your selection actually? Would there be a line that is specifically for men or mostly it's unisex?
Actually, most lines are for women still, but we are taking new contents to the market. Not only in select shop, we have very iconic pop-up area in our department store.
Yeah.
So there were commonly a female beauty pop-up store, but this year we introduced first year's perfume Sauvage in male perfume in our area, and there were much more contents so on.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's a bigger market as well, obviously, for you guys. Is there a trend that you're looking in Korea specifically, actually, that you think people should watch out for? Because a lot of people here actually said that Korea is one of the most looked at market, and you guys always set the trend. Is there anything that you can share?
Actually, from 2022, Y2K trends are starting to boom up till now.
Yeah.
And I think you are already aware of Y2K.
Yes.
And even in 2023, we have bold and glittered eye makeup and glossy lips and skinny eyebrow. Those contents are getting broadened by day, and I think it has been over a year since that mega trends came up, so there will be new trends, but I am looking forward to introduce.
I think Y2K trend is very interesting because when you look at all the people now, like a lot of people on the street dress like Y2K, and for me it feels like a flashback because it feels like we're looking at old photographs of people dressed. So I love that whole glitter and different colors on your face makeup trend. I'm sure a lot of Korean brands can cater that. So if as a consumer and I walk into Lotte, there's so many brands, and then maybe I'm just looking for a blue eyeshadow or like a mascara or even a face cream. Do you have any tips for consumers walking into that amount of options? Like what should they watch out for?
I know there are too many brands and too many products I know. Actually, we have apps for international customers that we curate for them. We suggest new and adequate and seasonal item in the application. But not a lot of people know that we are running that kind of application. So I want to recommend our customer to take our app, download into their cell phone, and get our daily contents.
That's amazing. So they can look at the app and get suggestions on what's suitable for them.
Yeah, and there are a lot of promotions for our beauty customers, and a lot of people don't realize there are actually the events for that. So,
Is there any big events or pop-up coming up in Lotte that people should be aware of?
Actually, we had really big promotion on November, and another one is coming up next year, January. So
okay, so soon.
Yeah.
So that's for people to watch out for.
Yeah.
So one last question. So at Cosmoprof, obviously there's so many different brands, and they're all from international. Is there any special like ideas or behavior or trends that you picked up as well that you find interesting?
This morning we also had a Cosmo Talk upstairs, and I heard a lot about how clean beauty market is growing, and I think it might be the mega trend for next year. And I see a lot of brands are trying to be more cleaner and more more cleaner. So that's the one I want to get.
So I think the two trends are actually Y2K and clean beauty. That's the two that people should follow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time today, Dahae.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.